Look at the food in your pantry. Almost all of it traces back to just 3 or 4 major crops. We've built our entire modern food supply on a tiny handful of staple grains. These specific plants are incredibly needy. To produce the massive yields we expect, they require vast irrigation networks, heavy doses of chemical fertilizers, and specific soil conditions. As global temperatures rise and extreme weather events hit harder, maintaining those conditions is failing. Entire harvests are wiping out because these modern staples cannot handle sudden climate shocks. This fragile system also carries a severe human cost. Diets built heavily around these few intensive staples lack the functional, diverse nutrients our bodies require, driving widespread malnutrition, even in places where caloric intake is high. We require a crop that demands significantly less from the environment, while providing significantly more nutritional value to the people eating it. Millets provide that solution. These small-grained cereals have been stewarded by indigenous communities for millennia, relying on deep ancestral knowledge to thrive in harsh conditions. This document from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations provides a blueprint for national agricultural systems. It identifies millets as an essential tool for climate-resilient farming and global food security. These grains represent a time-tested technology, perfectly adapted to stabilize a food network that is currently buckling under pressure. To understand their mechanical strength, we have to look at the harsh, arid environments where standard crops entirely fail to grow. Millets are biologically adapted to survive in these exact conditions. They grow well with minimal rainfall and zero need for expensive, high-input fertilizers or pesticides. This diagram shows how millets interact with the earth. Their root systems are highly efficient, extracting moisture in the dirt without stripping the surrounding mineral composition like a standard cash crop would. The physical presence of both those deep roots and the thick above-ground canopy acts as a literal shield. It anchors the earth in place, stopping wind and water from eroding the fragile topsoil. Once the topsoil is locked down, local biodiversity starts to return. Essential microbes and insects repopulate the area, bringing life back to dirt that was previously degraded. Millets function as an active biological mechanism for land restoration. By stabilizing the soil, they allow ecological healing to begin in previously barren landscapes. That environmental hardiness translates directly into how these plants fuel the human body. They operate as a highly concentrated nutri-cereal. This data breakdown compares whole grain millets to standard processed white grains. You can see sharp increases in protein content, a rich supply of antioxidants, and a cost-effective source of iron for iron-deficient diets. When you consume them, the specific dietary fiber found in whole grain millets behaves uniquely in the human gut. This fiber performs 3 distinct functions. It regulates healthy bowel movements, binds to and controls lipid levels in the bloodstream, and slows down digestion to create a stable, prolonged release of energy. That steady energy release gives millets a naturally low glycemic index, meaning they do not cause rapid spikes in your blood sugar. They are also completely gluten-free. Because that low glycemic index keeps blood sugar levels regulated, adding these grains to a daily diet is a vital intervention for people managing diabetes or food intolerances. The exact evolutionary adaptations that allow these plants to hoard scarce nutrients in the desert are the reasons they serve as high-performance fuel for human physiology. This image captures a community harvest in an arid region, highlighting the volume of grain produced. Because millets survive extreme climates, they serve as a critical nutritional safety net for vulnerable populations. In many regions across Africa and Asia, when devastating dry seasons hit and standard crops wither, millets are often the single crop that makes it to harvest. This photograph shows a bustling marketplace filled with different grain varieties. Moving millets from subsistence farming into commercial markets reshapes local agri-food systems into more resilient and inclusive networks. Finding innovative ways to process and market these grains creates reliable income and decent jobs, specifically benefiting marginal farmers, women, youth, and the indigenous populations who have stewarded these crops for generations. Every expansion of the millet market directly injects economic stability into agricultural communities that are currently the most vulnerable to climate change. It is time to stop viewing millets as a trendy, boutique health alternative to wheat or rice. This single crop sets off an incredible chain reaction. It secures a restored environment in the dirt, delivers highly concentrated nutrition in the body, and builds a stable, profitable life for the global farmer. Choosing millets as a daily staple is an active vote for global biodiversity, climate-resilient agriculture, and human equity.